Hello, everyone. Welcome to Global Hack Week. I can't believe we're at day 6 already. I hope you're having as much fun as I am through this Global Hack Week. This Global Hack Week, we're talking about Web3 technologies, and we run just through the 13th, which is tomorrow. So it's kind of hard to believe that Global Hack Week is already coming to a close for this month. But if you weren't able to see all the streams that you were looking forward to due to like time conflicts or time zone differences, as always, you can head to our recordings on either Twitch or YouTube. Before I get into any other reminders or announcements, I'd like to welcome you to day 6 and introduce myself. I'm the only MLHer on call today. My name is Gabriella. I'm a coach here at Major League Hacking. And a fun fact about me is that I actually organized Tech Together Seattle a few years back, but I've never been to Seattle. This was during 2020 when organizing was online, so that's like how that was possible. But I do think it's kind of funny that I was organizing Tech Together Seattle while never having been to Seattle. So that is me. Kind of as a recap of yesterday, we'll dive into a few of the challenges y'all did, a few of the interesting streams that were going on yesterday. If you had anything particularly exciting happen yesterday, feel free to drop that in the chat. I love hearing from hackers about what they're working on throughout Global Hack Week. All right. So first up, y'all explored privacy coins and their natural use cases with Newfall. So here is a screenshot of that. Oh, that's interesting. Different public keys with different users. And you have the different users. It looks like there's a judge, a clown, and a third user as well. So that's interesting. I find that security with Web3 is pretty interesting because you're using old security concepts in like a new environment, which is pretty cool. All right. So what else you worked on yesterday was you integrated StarkNet into your hack with Alberto. Here's a screenshot on StarkNet, integrating that into your different projects. It looks like there's a few different projects you're working on, debugging, wallet integration, as well as unit testing. And also outside of the streams yesterday, y'all worked on challenges. So let's see what this is. This looks to be like a crypto wallet app. That's pretty cool. Like a prototype made up in Figma, submitted onto our dev post with Crypto Valley as like the name. So cool. I love to see the submissions on dev post from y'all and how you kind of interpret the different challenges. I love to see that hacker creativity. As far as what's happening today, I'll be running through everything that's going on. But if you miss anything or you want to look ahead to tomorrow, you can always head to ghw.mlh.io/schedule, and you'll be able to view everything in a little bit more depth, add it to your Google Calendar, whatever calendar system you use, as well as look at the registration link for all of the streams happening. Hello to everyone in the chat. Happy to see some familiar names in the chat before we dive into today's schedule. So first off, after this, we'll be going into smart contract vulnerability detection part 2. This is with me. This will be at 1 p.m. Eastern or 10:30 p.m. IST. If you were around for part 1, you'll know that we were working with a library in Python called Slither to detect existing smart contract vulnerabilities. And we talked about some security concepts that exist in both Web3 as well as Web2 and kind of how those concepts tie together across the two. If you missed part 1, you can always head back to our YouTube or our Twitch to watch part 1 and catch up beforehand, but we'll be having part 2 just a little bit at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then after that, you can join Newfall at 4 p.m. Eastern or 1:30 a.m. IST for the stream the role of DAOs in Web3. And if you're unfamiliar with the acronym DAOs, DAOs stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organizations. These play a pretty big role in Web3, and it's a good concept to be familiar with. As you're learning more about Web3, if you're a beginner, this is a pretty foundational topic to kind of the overall world. So this would be a good workshop to join Newfall at. And then after that, we have a mini event. This is Bob Ross with Alberto. Sorry about that. I just needed some water. So Alberta will be running a mini event. Bob Ross is where we bring up a Bob Ross video and some painting. In the Discord, you can join through our mini events channel. This will be at 10 p.m. Eastern or 7:30 a.m. IST. This is a nice little break from hacking, and you can also hang out with some of your friends in the Discord with this mini event, who you might have met throughout Global Hack Week in a more relaxed, chill environment where you can get to know one another better. And then after that, since today is day 6, the second to last day of Global Hack Week, we will be having our closing ceremony tomorrow to wrap up Web3 week at 12 p.m. Eastern or 9:30 p.m. IST. And you'll get to know what's happening next in Global Hack Week next month. As a reminder, if you're new to Global Hack Week, we host a Global Hack Week each month with a different theme. We'll be talking about the dates, what we worked on this week, as well as the theme for next week. So that is all I have for the schedule today. Now I'm going to go to questions. As a reminder, if you have any questions you'd like to submit or any questions about Global Hack Week in general, feel free to drop them in the chat and I will get around to answering them during this segment. All right. Can we just submit the UI for projects instead of complete apps for the challenges? I think this is in reference to the prototype slash UI I showed y'all earlier from the dev post. I think it depends on the challenge. So I would look at specifically what the challenge is asking for, and then you'll be able to submit that. If it's the specifications of the challenge, some have like very specific, like creating an entire like a functional web app or implementing like a smart contract where you'll need to be having like a more complete app or more code focused submissions. But if it's like a brainstorming or like ideation challenge, then I think a UI is a good submission. Hello to Astro. Glad to have you here. And I hope that answered your question about the UI. All right. I will stick around for a few more minutes to see if there's any more questions in the chat. I know that we're getting towards the end of Global Hack Week, so there tends to be a few less questions towards the end of the week, but if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'd love to make the rest of your Global Hack Week as great as it can be. Are there prizes? This is a great question. So there are, we're giving out swag for completing different aspects of Global Hack Week. And then I know some challenges have prizes, some do not. So I would look under the challenges tab and see what like specifically the documentation says. And also for some of the challenges, if you complete multiple challenges is equal to some of like the extra swag sticker packs that we give out. So here is a list of challenges where you can go view the different challenges that are going on. And then if you're particularly interested in the prizes in the swag, you can learn more about how to win those swags here. And on here, we'll have like more information, but as kind of like a high level overview for the basic swag, which is just like a sticker pack and a postcard. We have like more like pictures of it on the site. You just need to check into the event, join the MLH community Discord, submit your address at the Hack Pack, and complete all the registration challenges. The registration challenges are on the challenges page. And then to win extra swag or earn bonus swag, you need to attend 5 sessions at Global Hack Week. And then I think outside of the bonus or outside of the entry level challenges, there's more information on this specific challenge page. We have a piece of feedback, not a question, but a suggestion. I think for the next Global Hack Week, we shall get more to complete the challenges. get more time to complete the challenges. This is a good piece of feedback. I will give this back to the full-time team who is more involved with the challenges side of Global Hack Week. It's good to hear back from hackers about how they think that different aspects could be improved. We'd love to make this as positive as an experience for you. So I'll definitely make sure to send that back to full-time team. Is our project submission and dev post considered while applying for the fellowship program? So we don't consider that outside of the fellowship application, but if you are proud of a project you submitted on dev post and you would like to use it for your fellowship application, you're more than welcome to do that. But we're not going to be going through and looking at the project submissions for submitted through Global Hack Week for the fellowship admissions, if that makes sense. Someone said this was the best Global Hack Week by far as I've been attending. I love to hear it. I'm glad that you've been having a good time at Global Hack Week. Are we supposed to treat the dev post submissions as we would hackathons, like with detailed descriptions, links, images, or as a simple submission to show what we learned from the Global Hack Week tutorials? This depends on which specific challenge you're submitting for. So some of the Global Hack Week challenges are a little bit simpler. So for example, when you're submitting, let's say that you're, following, I guess specific tutorial, or the one where it's follow MLH on Instagram or sharing something. You don't need to have it be as detailed because they're pretty simple tasks. But if they're the more project-based ones, use a Web3 API or a voting system, things like that, where they're more complex challenges, I would include more detailed documentation on the dev post to kind of show off all the aspects of your own creativity, where the challenges that it's a little bit more simple and straightforward. You don't necessarily need the same amount of information. And of course, you can submit it if you don't have that much time with just the project. We've shown a few that are they don't have as much information, but they just submitted the project anyways, which we love to see as well. Do we have to fill out both the MLH submission form and submit on dev post? It depends on the challenge. There should be more documentation for each of the challenges as far as what you need to submit for that. Hello. Nice to see you all as well. I hope I answered your questions about the submissions. Looks like we have one more question, and I will give y'all a few more minutes to put in any more questions you may have. Why does Major League Hacking stream on both Twitch and YouTube together? Why not any single platform? We essentially do this because it allows for more hackers to tune into Global Hack Week. Having it on both Twitch and YouTube makes it more accessible to a variety of hackers. I know that some platforms are not available in certain countries or don't have all the functionalities you would need for Global Hack Week. So this allows us to reach as many hackers as possible, and also in the platform that you're more familiar with, even if both technologies are available in your country. So that is the short answer. All right. I'm going to give you a few more minutes to submit any more questions. But if there are no more questions, I hope you have a great rest of your Global Hack Week. I hope to see a few of you in my upcoming Global Hack Week stream at 1 p.m. Eastern. We'll be going into the second part of vulnerability detection, and I hope you have a great rest of your Global Hack Week. I love to hear the kind words about Global Hack Week. We love to see happy hackers. Looks like we have a question about the fellowship because MLH does not do um, technical internships like what you're referencing. I think you're referencing the fellowship. Are the knowledge of HTML, CSS, Tailwind, and JavaScript enough for someone to be given an internship at Major League Hacking? I would say yes. All you need to do to apply and be accepted into the fellowship is submit a project and be able to talk about it well. It is a pretty competitive program, so like having the knowledge is great. What we're really looking for is someone who like knows how to apply them and has the good problem solving skills. Built that project and also has pretty quality technical communication skills, which will be tested in the interview. That's about like all I can say about the fellowship application process. I don't personally run that as a coach. That's run by someone else at MLH. But we accept applications from people from a variety of technical backgrounds. We're more just looking for how you have applied those versus a specific type of technology for the fellowship. And I can send the fellowship link in the chat if you'd like to find more information. And there's always a bunch of people in the MLH Discord who are more familiar with the fellowship process and have gone through it themselves. All right, it doesn't look like there's any more questions. So I will let y'all go. I hope you have a great rest of your Global Hack Week. Happy hacking to everyone. Good luck on completing any more challenges, and I hope you get some sleep as well after the end of Global Hack Week. Happy hacking, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye.